No. Come on, where is it?
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app here. Any chance you're missing a debit card? Let's get that taken care of for you. With ICCU's card control, you can turn any card off with the tap of your finger.
You got it.
And back on again. Out. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Ooh, the gym. Old stomping grounds. Hank Patterson, Fly Fishing Guide.
Riley Smith, tight end.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Hey, you wouldn't happen to be the kicker?
No, tight end.
Again, thank you. I'm looking for a kicker for Lithia Ford's fall kickoff sale. But you're not the kicker.
No.
Yeah, the kicker's probably taller and in a lot better shape. So, okay. What position do you play?
Tight end.
Squats. Yeah, try it sometime.
RowPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics, is going all in this season with an all-star lineup. First up, he led the Broncos to 3 conference championships and 10 20-win seasons. It's Coach Leon Rice. Next, he's the founder and CEO of RowPaint.com. He played a little basketball in high school on the driveway with his mom. It's Andy Rowe.
Oh, no. Want to just paint my house?
Now that I can do. When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust RowPaint.com to get that job done right.
It's time for the Lithia Ford of Boise Postgame Show from Bronco Nation News. We're breaking down the game with highlights, interviews, analysis, and most importantly, you. Give your thoughts on the game in the YouTube chat or Facebook comments, and we'll include the best ones on the show. Check out LithiaFordBoise.com to view their full inventory of vehicles, or check them out at 8853 West Fairview in Boise. Today's broadcast is coming from the Cutwater Spirits Canned Cocktail Studios. Check out one of their more than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. Now let's head out and join BJ Rains for the Lithia Ford of Boise Post-Game Show from Bronco Nation News.
Hey, how we doing, Boise State fans? Greetings and welcome to Clune Arena here at the Air Force Academy. We're going to be joined shortly by Boise State coach Leon Rice, Omar Stanley, Chibuzo Agbo scheduled to join us as well. Crack open a Cutwater and enjoy this post-game show with us after Boise State's dominant second half and the Broncos win this one. The final score 79-48. Boise State pulling away in the second half. Just an incredible second half for Boise State. The Broncos outscore Air Force 51-22 after the break. And again, Boise State only led by 2 at halftime. And keep us updated on the other games in the Mountain West. By the way, it sounds like there's some other close games going on. But again, Boise State only led by 2 at halftime. They only led 32-30 early in the second half. And the Broncos use a 21-3 run to pull away. Tyson Degenhart, tremendous again, 21 points. Chibuzo Agbo, 17 points. And Boise State, again, pulls away, wins by 31. Not only did they go 4-0 during this stretch of 4 games that they were supposed to win against the bottom teams in the standings, they won all 4 games by 20 points. Just incredible 2-week stretch for Boise State. They did what they had to do. And how you feeling, Boise State fans? Feels a little different than after that loss in Logan, doesn't it? The Broncos, 20 wins now. Yet again, they get over 20 wins. They continue to add to that streak. And again, staying in first place now, 11-4 in the Mountain West Conference with 3 games to go. The Broncos 11-4. in the league. Only 3 games to go, and Boise State is in just a tremendous spot right now when you look at where they're at. And again, we'll see what happens with Utah State. I believe that was like a 5-point game at the half with Fresno. Root for Fresno. You never know. I think it was a 5-point game last I looked. We'll see what it is now. Utah State's only up by 1, 32-31. So root for Fresno, folks. This could be a heck of a night for Boise State if Fresno State is able to somehow pull this off. But again, Boise State 20 wins on the season. Again, tied for first, maybe in sole possession of first at the end of the time, and 4 20-point wins. You have to imagine the net rankings are going to go up. The stats are going to continue to go up for Boise State in the metrics. They were at a season high 31 going into the game, and then they go up and win big, and by 31 points, they're going to be probably maybe top 25 in the net rankings tomorrow. They're going to jump up for sure. Just such an impressive road win. They hold Air Force to 5 for 18, and let's be honest, in the first half, Boise State was not that great, especially defensively. They gave up a lot of backdoor layups. They gave up a lot of different things. Thank you very much there, Nick. And it just was not a great first half. A lot of backdoor layups, backdoor cuts. Things were just not working very well for Boise State in that first half, but they were able to turn it on in the second half. And again, it's 32-30 with 18 minutes to go in this game. I mean, this is a scary situation. And Boise State able to just, methodically, easily just pull away. And again, a 20-3 run, put them up by 20. You had a couple technical fouls on Air Force. They were kind of losing their cool at times. And when you needed your big guys to step up, Tyson Degenhart, 21 points, Chibuzo Agbo, 17 points. And again, Boise State pulls away with a 51-point second half. The Broncos score 79 points on the road at Air Force. And again, 4 straight wins, all by 20 points. Let's take a quick 90-second timeout, and then Leon Rice is going to join us very shortly. We'll be back in 90 seconds here on Bronco Nation News.
All Bronco Nation News broadcasts come from the Cutwater Spirits Canned Cocktail Studios. Check out one of their more than 30 flavors of pre-mix premium cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. Cutwater Spirits, perfect for your next game day tailgate party. Our title sponsor is rowpaint.com. For all your commercial, industrial, residential painting needs, check out rowpaint.com. Don't forget about their concrete coatings. Transform that ugly concrete slab on your back patio in your garage in just one day. Contact rowpaint.com for a free estimate today. The official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics, and our title sponsor at Bronco Nation News is rowpaint.com. Idaho Central Credit Union's been helping members achieve financial success for more than 80 years. There's an ICCU branch on almost every corner, but the closest is in your pocket with free eBranch mobile and online banking. See why more than 500,000 members love ICCU, and join 1 in 4 Idahoans by making the switch today at ICCU.com. Since 1984, Ridley's Family Markets has prided itself on being a hometown food and drug store that employed value members of the local community. Ridley's Family Markets has 13 locations in the state of Idaho and many more in the surrounding states. Download the new Ridley's app to your smartphone, get savings up to 40% off at the checkout line, and find a location near you at shopridleys.com. Former Bronco Matt Bauscher is once again the number 1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. No home is too big or too small for Matt and his team. Let them fulfill all your real estate needs at BauscherRealEstate.com.
Back here live with Coach Leon Rice after the Broncos' 79-48 win. Coach, a little dicey there. You're up 32-30 early in the second half. Air Force just wasn't going away, and your defense obviously stepped up there in the second half. You pull away with a 20-3 run, and lo and behold, another 20-point-plus win on the road here.
Yeah, 31 to be exact. That game was no different than our game at our place, and we expected, because they're at home, you're at altitude, we didn't make any shots kind of in the first half. We missed some layups. We missed some shots. You got to remember, with about 4 or 5 minutes to go in our game in Boise, we were down 2.
Yep.
And that's what I said to these guys at half. They extended it a little longer because they're here and we cycled a lot of guys in that first half. And, in a game like this, you're just kind of searching for that lineup because it's a weird game sometimes and different guys get going. And that lineup, we had some fresh guys to start the half because Roddy hadn't played a ton of minutes in the first half, and he went in there, did some great things in the second half, no doubt. And then that got us going. We got a little 12-point lead, and then that second group, our depth made the difference because, Joe's a great coach, and these guys coachable. And so they're going to come with and they're coming in hot after beating a good New Mexico team in the pit. That's something that a lot of teams never do. And so we knew we were going to have a team that had some bounce in their step, and we were going to have to play really, really well. And our guys, they just kept sawing wood. They didn't get discouraged or frustrated because, we've been here before, and there's not a lot of teams that do that to them here where, where you beat them by that much. And there's so credit to our guys to win by 51. If you would have told me, hey, you're going to go play at Wyoming and at Air Force, and you're going to come away by 51, I would not have believed you. And but we're playing good and we're growing as a team, and there's a lot of people contributing.
You mentioned there was a 16-0 run in the first meeting to kind of turn around, and then it was 20-3 early in the second half tonight. In the first half, they were getting you on a few of those back cuts. It didn't happen in the first meeting, but the defense really clamped down, and I don't know if they had any in the second half.
Yeah, no, we just, again, that's because you can't play a lot of minutes in a row against them because they just move you. Man, we had guys that were gassed, and there was probably, I could have taken a timeout or two, maybe more, but I only had two left at the end, and you just you're kind of saving those a little bit. But they can just, man, they get you gassed because you got to guard them for 30 seconds, and if they get an offensive rebound, they got to go, and it's a wind sprint for that whole possession, and then if you're a step behind, they're good enough to get a lay-in off it.
So many stats to look at. Only 6 turnovers tonight. And, speaking of the defense, they had 10 threes against you in Boise, and tonight they only go 5 of 18. So the perimeter defense was better tonight as well. But and then when you look up and you need somebody, there's Tyson 21 and kind of quiet 21 again, and
no doubt.
Omar with 15. I thought Agbo hit a couple big threes to kind of extend the lead there. He had 17, but your big guns stepped up tonight.
Yeah, and they were efficient. I mean, Omar 15 off 8 shots, Tyson 21 off 11 shots. I thought Roddy got to 8 off 3 shots. That's terrific. Buzo 17 off 7 shots. So, the only one that wasn't efficient was Max. He did, but he took a couple quick threes. But that's where having some guy. I thought Jace came in the first half and gave us some good buckets. And so, great team wins. And we got the day off tomorrow, flying back right now. Get back, get our legs right, get our scout right, get everything ready to go for Saturday.
These 4 games, Coach, you made it look a lot easier than it was. And I mean, you played the teams at the bottom of the standings, and everybody just assumed you were going to go 4-0, and you needed to go 4-0, frankly. And not only did you do that, but you won every game by at least 20 points, or whatever it was, and the metrics are all going up. I mean, literally, if you could have drawn it up however you would have these last 4 games, I don't know if you would have done it any differently.
I don't know if you can have the score much better. I mean, in Mountain West games, I mean, I've been in this league a long time, and you've watched a lot of these. It's hard to do. And like I said, this team, beat New Mexico 3 days ago. That's saying something. And so credit to our guys, just the discipline to fight through, and the discipline, to go in the locker room, get regrouped, and away we go.
Final thing, Coach, big game on Saturday now, 6 o'clock. You come back home for this final stretch. Utah State's in a close one right now with Fresno, so who knows what the standings are going to look like, but you're at worst tied for first, going back with 3 to go, 2 of them at home. You got to be feeling like you're in a pretty good spot right now.
Well, again, if you would have told me in November that you're going to play in first place, that first week of March, I'd be like pretty happy about it.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be. And especially with all the good teams in this league and all the stuff that happens. And, we're fortunate that, that I have these great guys to coach. And I think we had a pretty good time together on the road, even though, you're out here on a business trip. We enjoy each other and enjoy being around each other, and we're kind of soaking in every second together.
51-22 in the second half. Just incredible. Coach, congrats. Safe travels back. We'll see you in Boise.
Thanks, BJ.
There he is, Leon Rice. Again, the Broncos win this one 79-48. We're going to have Omar Stanley join us here shortly. And again, the Broncos just super impressive. 79-48 the final. Boise State with a 51-22 advantage in the second half. And again, just super, super impressive for Boise State. And what can you say? What can you say about Boise State, what they did in the second half? While Omar is getting situated, I'm going to tell you quickly about Lithia Ford of Boise. LithiaFordBoise.com. Check them out. View their full inventory of vehicles that do what the Raines family did. Go in there, purchase a vehicle from them, and we were so happy with our decision to do that, and you can too. Again, they have 5 NIL deals. They're doing some great stuff for Boise State, and we appreciate the fine folks at Lithia Ford of Boise. And as promised, we're going to bring in our man, Omar Stanley here. Omar, just incredible second half, man. Congratulations, and appreciate you joining us here before the flight back. 51-22, man. Yeah. This was a 2-point game early in the second half. I know it ended up being similar with the big run like last game, but that came in the first half. I mean, you guys went in there only up 2 at the break. What was kind of the talk in the locker room, the mindset at the half? I mean, you were in a dogfight there.
Yeah, we weren't really surprised, you know what I mean? At Boise when we played them, it was, I think we were down 2 going, into the half. And so we understood, the type of basketball team that they are. We understood that it was going to be a dogfight, you know what I mean? Like I said, like Mountain West is very, very underrated. And so every team from top to bottom is tough, you know what I mean? It's going to be a tough game. And you've seen that with the game they played last time at New Mexico, you know what I mean? They ended up beating them at their place. And so, we weren't surprised at all.
First half, they were getting on some of those back cuts, which they weren't doing in the first meeting in Boise. But the second half, I mean, defensively, you guys just locked them down. I mean, they only had like 5 points in the first 10 minutes. I mean, is that something where you just needed to see it a little more and kind of remember some of those principles, or did you change anything up, or why was the defense so effective in the second half?
I think we had to get back to our defense. You know what I mean? Our kind of basketball, our principles, which allowed us to to get those stops. When we've been on the road for a little bit, and I think we were kind of a little bit foggy. You know what I mean? A little bit sluggish coming out. But when we started playing together, things started going our way.
Man, that second half, though, you started getting that run, the momentum, and the confidence. I mean, did you just need 1 or 2 of those shots to fall, and then it just kind of felt like the floodgates opened up?
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? And the ball was moving great. You know what I mean? It definitely helps when Buzo's, hitting those threes like that and Tyson scoring the basketball. It opens it up for everybody else. And so I think that allowed the rest of us to kind of get in there and get some buckets.
You talk about being on the road for 5 days, whatever it was, and having 2 20-plus point wins, and heck, you even got a little hike down yesterday. Got a hike out there by Garden of the Gods. I mean, even mixed in a little. Just in general, this road trip, you could not have asked for anything more.
Yeah. It was great. You know what I mean? It was definitely a blessing to be able to come out here. Play at the level we've been playing at. You know what I mean? I think our team will agree with this when we give the glory to God. You know what I mean? We're definitely thankful. We pray before games, and so we understand that it's not just us, but it's a higher power that's helping us out.
What after that loss to Utah State, man? You guys had the bye, and was it as simple as you just needed a couple days off? I mean, what has changed after that bye? Because you guys, these last 4 games, I know it's the teams at the bottom of the standings, but 4 20-plus point wins, 4 blowout wins. I mean, it's just something flipped there the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, Coach Leon called it an all-star break. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like that's what it was. Kind of take our mind off basketball mid-season. It definitely helped us get back on track. They actually, made a lot of us miss it. You know what I mean? And so it was good, and it was a blessing in disguise for us as far as that loss to Utah State.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of put us back on track. Kind of had our vision of what we needed to do going forward.
And you made it look a lot easier, man. The last 4 games, though, you made it look pretty easy. It wasn't easy.
Nah, definitely not. But like I said, when the whole team's scoring, it helps us out.
Fine. Sorry, man. Final thing, I'll let you go. We got Buzo coming on. Just you get a day off now tomorrow. You regroup, and how big is this final stretch now? I mean, you kind of did what you needed to do. You avoided the bad loss, whatever. You had blowout wins. You improved your computer numbers, and now the fun starts. I guess these final 3 games, and 2 of them at home here.
Yeah, we're excited. You know what I mean? We're although I feel like we've been overlooked a lot. You know what I mean? And so we're just getting started. We have a bigger goal to reach, and so we're excited to get towards working for.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Safe travels back. We'll see you in Boise. There he is, Omar Stanley. Hey, while we're getting set up for Chibuzo Agbo, going to tell you quickly about the Blue and Orange Store. The blueandorangestore.com. Check them out. Free shipping, any order over $40. If you're in the Boise area, you can just go to the Boise Town Square Mall there on the 2nd floor next to Pro Image. Shirts, jerseys, hats, all the NIL gear, you name it, they got it at the Blue and Orange Store. And we appreciate the Blue and Orange Store, the blueandorangestore.com. All right, as promised, we roll along here on the interviews. They got a plane to catch, so we'll keep it quick here. But Buzo, man, only up 2 early in the second half. I mean, and then you just blitzkrieged them. What changed there in the second half, man?
It felt like I'm real
you're
loud.
Good, man.
It felt like we got a lot of stops. Earlier they were kind of getting anything they wanted. They're a hard team to guard, though. They run a lot of good sets and a lot of good action. So we definitely got a good couple of stops and made a good couple of runs, and that's what really helped us along.
You hit a couple threes, too, to kind of get it going. But, I mean, early on it was a struggle, man. And you guys probably, knew it was going to be like that. They were hitting on some of those back cuts. They were, hanging around. I mean, what changed in the second half defensively, especially? Because I don't even know if you gave up any back cuts in the second half.
Yeah, just staying low. that's what they do best. They back cut a lot of teams, and we knew that. We got back cut a couple times in the first half, but I think we learned our lesson, and we didn't have a lot of those. And then we just contested their threes. That's the only other way they could beat us, back cuts and threes. So stop getting back cut and start contesting threes, and that's really what did it.
What was kind of the mindset at the half, man? Were you guys upbeat? I mean, just what was kind of the message, I guess, at the break?
Big second half. We knew we had to take care of business. We wanted to avoid a bad loss, and that's what we did. We did better than that. Spread was 9. We
did a little better than that. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, the metrics are certainly going to take a step up here. But what would just the calmness of this team, man? I mean, we've seen it a lot this year where it's a little tough, and a lot of teams in this situation might, oh man, they're not going away, and might have just not been able to get them back at arm's length. But when it was 32-30, like I said, a 20-3 run, what does it say just about the maturity, the character of this team to have a second half like that?
Right. I think just the last couple stretch of games we had just shows our maturity, because these are really the hardest games to play sometimes. These trap games are games that you're supposed to win, but to go out and do what we did and really handle business in all those games just shows, kind of the focus we had.
I was going to ask you about that. I mean, you guys made it look a lot easier than it was. I mean, after that Utah State game, a lot of fans, everybody just said, okay, well, myself included, you got to go 4-0 now. And
yep.
I think you won all 4 games by 20-plus points and to do what you did. I mean, how the feeling right now has to be a heck of a lot better than after that Utah State game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We got through that little stretch right there, and we're back focused, and our dream is still alive of winning this thing. So we feel great, and we're ready to go.
Speaking of which, what do you make of the score right there?
Ooh.
47-47, about 11 minutes, yeah.
I'm not rooting for anybody specific, but I like dogs. I'm a dog guy, so.
Well, I mean, you guys want to win the league. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying you're pulling for them to lose one, but so hopefully you guys can follow the end of that on the bus. But what just to now be where you're at and avoid that bad loss, as you said, and have 3 big games left, 2 of them at home. You're tied for first. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, you got to be feeling pretty good about where you guys are at right now.
Yeah, we're feeling pretty good, but we're so locked in. This is the most important part of the season right here. We're going back to Boise tonight, rest a little bit tomorrow and get right back to work.
Is this Is this the right time you want to be peaking? I mean, do you guys feel like you're playing your best ball at the perfect time?
Oh, yeah, 100%. It feels like everybody has really kind of found their groove, and the bench guys have got going too, and we're just finding our defensive grit. So it just feels like everything's coming together, and we're on track to really win this thing.
I mean, I got a lot of stats circled, but only 6 turnovers tonight. You guys won the rebounding battle. The bench had 15 points again. I mean, what was most impressive to you about what you guys did tonight?
I think the 6 turnovers is huge. Taking care of the ball was huge. Our ability to get the ball inside and get fouled was huge too. Yeah.
Not much to not like about it. Mm-hmm. I think one time you got beat right on a backdoor or something for a dunk, and then after that, that was like, I don't think they had any of them. So awesome, man. Safe travels back.
Thanks, BJ.
Appreciate you, man. We will see you back in Boise, man. That New Mexico game could be lit, man.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a good one. They got some dogs.
Appreciate it, man. We'll be following. Yep, you too, man. You too, man. Appreciate Chibuzo Agbo for joining us. Again, 47-47 right now. We'll be watching that score, Fresno State and Utah State. And again, appreciate Chibuzo for joining us. We got over 200 of you watching this thing, so we'll keep this going for a while. We're not really in a rush to get out of here at all, although I do have a story to write and an early flight out of Denver tomorrow, but we can sleep later. We don't need to sleep right now. Let's thank a couple more sponsors real quick to make sure I get that done. TacoBellWorks.com. Appreciate them, the SON Management Group, the Nicolason family. Free tacos, free food, and you get half your pay the day after your shift. So if you're looking for a new job, I highly recommend the Treasure Valley Taco Bell stores at TacoBellWorks.com. And again, they're donating tons of money to Boise State student scholarships. We appreciate Taco Bell and their support of Bronco Nation News. If you need a job, check, another folks that are hiring is the trucking industry. Transportation Compliance Service, transcompservice.com. Check them out. They're the best in the business in terms of filling out all the different paperwork and forms and things you need to get out there towing that first load in no time, all the DOT overweight permits, all that stuff. So check them out, Transportation Compliance Service, transcompservice.com. Appreciate Nate Lowry and the sports information staff at Boise State for helping us out tonight. Let's give Bauscher Real Estate another shout out real quick. Matt Bauscher, Bauscher Real Estate. Check them out. The best in the business. No home too big or too small for Matt and his team. Make sure you check them out at Bauscher Real Estate. And while we're doing it, go to the pool party. Let's see how many people we can get there. It's going to be coming up in 2 weeks from Friday. And man, if you're not excited for that now, it's going to be awesome. 2 weeks from Friday, join us at Stadium Swim at Circa Resort and Casino. If you're going down for the Mountain West tournament, if you're on the fence, just go. It's going to be an awesome time at the tournament. It's going to be an awesome time there at the pool. And so highly recommend that. And it's like a $50 cover charge, but if you email us, it's free. Bronco Nation News. It rains at bronconationnews.com. Email me, and I will get you free entry into Stadium Swim for the pool party coming up in 2 weeks. So we're monitoring that score. I've got 49-47. About 10 minutes to go. Giving Tyson Degenhardt a wave there. The players are saying goodbye to their families and heading out to the bus. They are chartering back tonight. Jealous of that. Boise State will be back in Boise in a couple of hours, probably before midnight. They'll be back in Boise, and so that is great for them to get a day off tomorrow. And UNLV got the win, I believe, in overtime, somebody said. So we'll take some of your comments here. Let's see. The rebound margin, Kurt is asking about. It was tied 12-12 at the half. It finished up 31-20. So I believe it was like 19-8 in the second half in terms of the rebounding battle. Oh, Chris, appreciate you for saying that. If Fresno State wins, Boise State's in first place. Yes, no doubt. That is what is on the line here. Boise State and Fresno State, Utah State tied 49-49 with 9:53 to go. Kind of want to get off and watch that, but we'll keep this thing going. You folks can keep us occupied as to what's going on there. Somebody asked about Omar's shoes. I'm sorry that I did not get a chance to ask that. I knew we were a little short on time as they're trying to head out to the bus and get out of town. Robbie says, that was interesting. Crash says, what a weird game, but can't complain about the final score. Slow start, but finished well. Yeah, I mean, Boise State, again, they led for like 17 and a half minutes in the first half. I mean, Boise State was leading for most of the game, but unable to really pull away, only led by 2 points at the break. And again, remember, it was 27-25, I believe. Air Force was winning in the first meeting late in the first half. Boise State ended the first half in that game on a 16-0 run to end the half. And then it was a little different in this game. Took a little bit going into the second half for Boise State to really pull away. But again, it was 32-30. And then Boise State went on a 20-3 run to pull away. What'd you guys think of the officiating, by the way? I know that the fans here were super not excited about that. A couple technical fouls called on Air Force. You had a very, very veteran crew, but they were very whistle happy at times in this game. I know the Falcons, their fans were not happy with the officiating. But again, 32-30, 20-3 run. Agbo hit a huge three that extended it to 19, kind of put the game away. I thought Max Rice only had 3 points, but I thought Max Rice had a huge three. Him and Jace Whiting went back-to-back. Boise State was up 6. They were trying to kind of pull away, and Jace Whiting had a 3. Max Rice had a 3 on back-to-back possessions. That put Boise State up 42-30. So I know in a 30-point win when he has 3 points, hard to say it was a big shot, but I did think Max Rice's 3 to give them their first double-digit lead of the game ended up being a big play in the game to help Boise State continue to pull away. And again, 4 games in a row, 4 20-plus point wins, and the metrics probably are going to give Boise State another nice jump. They were a season high number 31 at KenPom coming into this game, and now they're going to make another decent-sized jump. And with 8:08 to go, Fresno State has a 51-49 lead over Utah State. Wouldn't that be something if they fall there? Because then what you do is you give yourself a chance to lose another game and still get a tie. If Boise State were to lose at San Diego State, then you would at worst still have a chance to get a split of the regular season title. So just incredible potential there if this were to hold. The 8:08 to go, 51-49. We'll be following that. Preston says, I think we learned if Agbo is open, good luck to the other team. Yeah, we've kind of known that for a while, but you may have noticed that today. Kurt's saying, nice win. How many threes did Boise State make? Boise State was 7 of 18 from downtown. Chibuzo Agbo, 4 of 5 from 3. You had Jace Whiting, 1 for 2, and Kobe Young was 1 for 2. He had a nice 3. Off shooting night from Max Rice, he was 1 for 7, and there were some detractors on my social media timeline at halftime complaining that he was playing too much and was struggling. Well, guess what? Leon Rice only played him 8 minutes in the second half. So let some other guys get in there, and just one of those nights for Max, and other guys had their chance and certainly took advantage of that. So probably bad news for New Mexico, especially after Max had 35 against them last time, that he had an off night, because he hasn't had 2 of those in a row here in several weeks. Let's see here. Jordan says, love this team. They put their heads down, do the work. Time to get back behind them, sell out the X. Saturday is almost sold out, unless they're putting more seats available that I haven't seen yet. I believe Saturday's game is already almost sold out. Oh yeah, Brent and you guys did the $10 to the Blue Collar Club for each of the 3-pointers. That's what you're talking about. So you each owe $70, so $140 going to the Blue Collar Club. Thank you to you guys. That's nice of you to make that donation. Let's see what else we got here. McCall and Clinton were hard to watch. Yeah, Randy McCall and then Eric Curry, the guy that looks like Bill Clinton. And then you had Bill Vinovich, the Super Bowl referee, was the other referee as well. Let's see, continue to get some more of your comments in here. We were going to skip over the BYU beating Kansas post. We're not doing that. I do agree with you, Sky. I mean, when you're supposed to win by about 10 or 11 and you win by 31, that's the kind of game that moves you up, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots in the net ranking. So I think Boise State has a really strong chance to be in the top 25 or at least in the top 30. And it's funny how that works because that ends up giving some quad 1 wins to some other teams in the Mountain West Conference. We'll see if Boise State, their KenPom has already been updated. They went up 3 spots from number 42 to number 39 at KenPom. So not a huge jump in the KenPom rankings after that one, but they do get the win. They're in the 30s now, 39 at KenPom. So we'll see a 3-point edge. There goes Bob and Abe heading out after their broadcast, and the crowd here is slowly dwindling in terms of media members and folks that are still here. But let's check on that score again. 51-50 now, looks like. Excuse me there. Let's see what else we got here on the comments. Remarkable second half. Yeah, again, 51-22 in the second half. 51-22 was the scoring in the second half. Just crazy. Let's see. The fact that we could have such a poor first half and yet win by nearly 30, almost hit 90, means this team is special. Yeah. I mean, super impressive. It was, to score to have 30 points in the first half or whatever it was, 28, I guess 28-26 was the lead, I think. 28-26 into 51 second half points. And the defense, I was just super impressed by the defense because Air Force was back cutting them. They were scoring a little bit, and Boise State just locked down. In the second half, Air Force only shot 35%, 7 of 20, after they were 10 of 19, 52% in the first half. So the defense stepped up. And again, as Linda says, that game was weird, but certainly a nice game. Melinda says, incredible day to be a Bronco. Well, who knows? It could get better here if Fresno State were to upset Utah State, but I'm sure you're referring to the Dirk Cutter news there. And then obviously the Broncos get another huge win on the basketball side, 4-0, and we'll kind of look big picture here in a few minutes. But Perry says, I didn't feel like we were threatened at all in this game. And I guess, yeah, you were just kind of waiting and expecting Boise State to pull ahead. It didn't happen right away, but eventually there early in the second half, they were able to. It did look like Kobe, I thought, was the one that actually got injured there. It looked like Kobe was needing to be helped with a trainer, but I'm not sure if it was anything bad or not. 2 games, 2 back-to-back, 7,000 feet elevation. Are you kidding me? These boys are tough. Wade says, yeah, I mean, that's certainly, again, I think it was a little dicey to, there's probably studies both ways. Is it better to charter home and have the couple day and a half and turn around and come right back, or just stay on the road? And they decided to stay on the road and save a little money. And they were acclimated to the altitude and things. And they looked a little tired in the first half. Man, they looked like they had plenty to drink in the plenty to drink. Someone's posted on there that they're having a Cutwater, but they must have had plenty to drink in terms of the beet juice there in the second half, because they came out firing on all cylinders in the second half. Let's see what else we got here. Omar took a hand fall under the hoop. I don't think he said he was okay. I thought Kobe was the one that looked like he got the brunt was coming off. I'm not sure about that, but he didn't mention it, so hopefully he's okay. If he was hurt, I don't think they would have put him on the post-game show. Win 901 in postseason history. There you go. Let's see here. Agbo has the prettiest shot. Yeah, he does have a pretty nice shot there, no doubt. Love seeing the bench get so many minutes. You have 15 points again from the bench. That's 4 straight games where the bench has been in double figures. So the bench certainly has been one of the biggest things. They now do that after every game, before every game, by the way. They started that a couple years ago, and then once they went on the road, they just started doing it. So every road game, they take a shot of beet juice there in the lobby of the hotel before they get on the bus. So no, it would not have been on the base. It was on the in the hotel lobby before they left town. But they still do it every road game, no doubt. At one point, I heard 19-1 in the second half. Yeah, that sounds right. It was 32-30, and then it got to 49-31, actually. So it was 17-2 or 17-1, excuse me, after Tyson Degenhardt hit the technical foul shots from Joe Scott's technical. And then when Ethan Taylor had his technical, that was his 4th and 5th foul, so he was out. James says we're dancing, hit 20 wins, 5 quad 1 wins, worst losses, almost bottom of quad 2 UNLV. Only 2 quality opponents left, won't kick us out for a bad game. Yeah, I think I have to really agree with you, James. I mean, I guess maybe if you lose all 3 of these games that are left and then lose the first round of the tournament, maybe you're on the bubble or going to Dayton. I don't know, but they've done so much. I really think they're in a pretty good spot at this point. Good job. Nice win. You'd like to win the 2 home games. You win the 2 home games, you are 100% locked and have. But I mean, you want to get a high seed. You start winning some of these games that are left, you're only going to improve your seed here. I don't think the tournament you can improve your seed. The bracket is usually done by a Thursday, so I think that you do want to do some damage here. And I say if you win 2 of these last 3, that would be super impressive. And 2 out of the last 3 may get you first place. Who knows? It's 54-53. Looks like they're going to the line too for another shot. Darius Brown hits a jumper, and Utah State is up with 6:27 to go as we continue to monitor that one. Melinda says stay hungry. Totally agree with that. Let's see here. Omar's shoes. Yeah, Chris, again, sorry I didn't have a chance to ask about that. Great day for Bronco Nation, says Grand Tetons. Jace is sick. Jace has been very sick on this whole road trip. I actually requested to get him on the post game, and I didn't see him vomiting. But if that's the case, I know he was really sick on this whole trip and gutted it out and had some big shots in the Wyoming game, had some big shots in this game as well. So give Jace Whiting a lot of toughness and a lot of kudos for toughing it out and playing there. Buzo was killer from the arc tonight. Yeah, again, 4 for 5 from 3-point range for Chibuzo Agbo. Let's see here. UNLV got that win in overtime, by the way. JD, appreciate you for saying that. Let's see here. We're all dogs right now. Yeah, that was pretty funny. So I don't root for anybody, but he's a dog. That was funny. Let's see what we got here. 55-53. Looks like Utah State is up too. So we'll see if Fresno State can hang around there. I know you guys are watching that, excited. Up to 39 at Ken Palm, Toad King says there. So, yes, thanks for that. Thought it might have been a little more than 3, but still a nice little jump, and to get into the 30s is always nice. Cut a finger, they said on the broadcast. Okay, appreciate that. That was at the other end of the court. It was hard to see there. Jake Forsyth, appreciate you for watching and commenting there, Jake. Stanley continues to prove he's a difference maker. How did he pick BSU over some other offers? Yeah, I mean, we're seeing way more of the overall game of Omar Stanley than we saw when he was at St. John's. So give a lot of credit to Boise State's coaching staff for finding him on the recruiting trail. He was they used him a lot differently, and he is a heck of a player, man. And he got into a little foul trouble tonight too. I mean, he had 4 fouls, and he still finished with 15 points. He was 5 of 8 from the field, hit all 5 of his free throws. Only played 20 minutes though. Omar Stanley only played 20 minutes. Roddy Anderson only played 19. Max Rice only played 25. So a couple of guys might be a little rested for that game against New Mexico on Saturday. RJ Keene got 19 minutes tonight. Jace Whiting played 19 minutes. Andrew Meadow only got 4 minutes, and then you had Kobe Young get 6.5. Cade Rice got a minute and 20 seconds there as well late in the game. Looks like another bucket from Utah State. They're up 57-53 now, so we'll see if they may run away with this one now down the stretch, kind of like Boise State did maybe. Jace Whiting's flu game. Yeah, again, I didn't see that happening, but I know they said he was sick, and that's why we couldn't talk to him after the game. But again, he played 19 minutes, 3 of 4 from the field, 7 points. I thought he had a huge three-pointer. Boise State, as I said earlier, was only up 6, 36-30 after a Tyson Degenhardt putback. And then Jace Whiting with a big 3 to put him up 39-30. That was with 14:58 to go in the game. Max Rice followed with the 3, and that was kind of all she wrote. Boise State just continued to pour it on. Cutter and Spencer, no, they're not talking to the media till next week, I believe it is. Next week will be the media availability. Tomorrow they'll probably announce it. I mean, because let's be honest here. Boise State hasn't even announced this news yet. So Bronco Nation News was first to report it, but they haven't. Boise State's supposed to announce it tomorrow when the paperwork gets done, and then we'll see. I think it's next week sometime though, because people are out of town. There's different schedules going on, but Boise State has not announced it, and my understanding is the media availability won't be until next week. Manny wants a football team sitting behind the New Mexico bench. Reference to the baseball team there from a couple years ago. Cody has a point here about Tyson Degenhardt creeping into the mix for Mountain West Player of the Year after another 20-point game. I mean, you look at his game logs, and I'll go ahead and try to find those here, but he has just been incredible down in here once Mountain West got going in here lately. Tyson Degenhardt game log. I'm hitting Google while we're on the show here. There you go. So we'll go to he had 21 points against Air Force, 22 points at Wyoming, 15 against San Jose. Wow, what a terrible game, only 15 points. But he had 24 against Fresno, 17 at Utah State, 25 at Colorado State, 29 against Air Force the first time. He only had 4 at New Mexico, but 24 in the overtime loss against Utah State. So, I mean, you look at what he's doing in conference play. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 20-point games in like the last 2 months. So he has just been on fire of late, and he is playing really, really well. So looks like Utah State is now down. Fresno State has taken the lead. Wow. Fresno State, I thought when they got to 4, maybe they'd be done, but back-to-back buckets with 3:35 to go. And it looks like Utah State just missed a 3, so maybe Fresno State has a chance to add to the lead here. Wouldn't this be something? I was going to end the show and try to actually not maybe get a couple hours of sleep tonight, but you know what? Let's keep this thing rolling and watch the end of this game here together. Another 3 by Fresno, and oh my gosh, Fresno State is now up 4, 61-57 with 3:15 to go. This is just crazy. Did not think we'd be talking about this on the postgame show, that Boise State might be in sole possession of first place. And we'll see what happens in this one. And by the way, the Utah State fans, I mean, do I troll a little bit on this one? Do I just play the high road and let it go? But there were certainly some Utah State fans that have gotten on the nerves, I guess, a little bit over the last several weeks. If they lose this, I may need to have a little fun with this one later tonight or tomorrow morning. We'll see. I know some of the other fan bases, particularly New Mexico, they weren't really happy with some of the stuff I was saying. So I need more of you guys to back me up on social media, and then I can have a little more fun with it. I mean, it's all in good fun, but it seems like I'm like public enemy number 1 from a lot of these fan bases. And when I go on the road or go to the Mountain West tournament, I'm not trying to get myself jumped or something here. So I got to kind of be a little careful, I guess, with what I say. Sky's giving up. Sky's jumping off to go watch the end of the game. Can't do both, I guess, but I totally get that, and I understand that, Sky. Man, this would be a heck of a night here. So we're just going to kind of stall and keep this thing going. Let's run through the full stat recap. Omar Stanley, 15 points on 5 of 8 shooting. Tyson Degenhardt, 21 points, 9 of 10 from the free throw line for Degenhardt, 6 of 11 from the field. Roddy Anderson had 8 points, I think all in the second half. He had 8 huge second half points, a couple nice layups there. Chibuzo Agbo was big in the whole game, but particularly in the second half with some of those threes. Let's see here. Now, this is what I like to see. BNN postgame on the TV, the Fresno game on the laptop. Now, that is dedication, Tater Grill 36. I appreciate that. That is super impressive. Not sure I need to be on any kind of TV or big screen, but appreciate that. Yes, Omar does have one more year of eligibility. One more year of eligibility for Omar, which is huge. And you think about next year's team, you could have Buzo back, you could have Tyson back, you could have Omar back, Roddy. I mean, they're going to have a ton of guys. Robbie says he'd back me, but maybe this time, good idea. Take the high road, be nice. Especially maybe I just do like a power rankings tonight or something, or maybe I just post the Mountain West standings or something very basic with no comments. Maybe that's something I could do. If somebody has an idea for just kind of a basic, subtle shot, I can certainly do that. But let's see, there's still 2:58 to go and a lot of time left in that game. What a great way to spend a Tuesday night. Thank you. Way to go Fresno. Another great way to spend your Tuesday night would be to sign up for BNN, by the way. $50 gets you a full year of coverage. You see that promo code at the bottom of the screen there, BNN 50 deal. Normally $70 a year. It's like $5 a month, whatever it is, $5-6 a month. We will take off $20. Your first year is only $50. And if you can help us out, this has been an expensive 5-day trip here at Air Force, and then coming down here, or going to Wyoming, coming down here at Air Force. So appreciate all of you that are already paying subscribers. That means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. But if any of you are on the fence, maybe to celebrate the dirt cutter hiring or to celebrate maybe being in first place, maybe tonight's the night you pull the trigger and jump on in for a $50 subscription. San Jose beating San Diego. What is going on in the Mountain West tonight? I doubt that holds. That's at San Diego State, but wow. What is going on in the Mountain West tonight? Just crazy stuff. I see there's a foul on Fresno, so it looks like looks like Utah State will be heading to the line with about 2:17 to go. Have to mute the game, Ramiro says. Wow, I am stunned here, guys. I wouldn't be doing the same. If I was watching something, I'd be all over the other game and watch this show later or something. So I really appreciate all you guys that are watching. Post the standings. Yeah, maybe that's a good way to do it. Let's just wait and see what happens in the game. First of all, looks like free throw is good for Utah State, so it's 61-58. Not on the fence anymore. Wait, my tacos. I haven't looked yet, Bronco, but I guess you're saying you signed up during the game. I said if anybody signed up during the game, I would send them a $20 gift card to Taco Bell. I'm guessing that you're saying Christine's asking if anybody signed up. I did not look at that, but I will look real quick while we're talking. I believe you, and I appreciate that. And I hope that I have to call Taco Bell and ask for some more gift cards because I don't have a ton left, and I will happily ask for some more based on who signed up today. We had 2 more, it looks like, during the game. How about that? Dan and Lowell, appreciate you guys for signing up. And yes, we will give you guys Taco Bell gift cards. So that is pretty cool. And I appreciate you guys for doing that. So Fresno State calls timeout. Send me an email. If you guys just signed up, send me an email and give me your address and we'll send you your Taco Bell gift cards. So we were going through the points here. Agbo was 4 of 5 from 3-point range, 17 points. By the way, the best over-under or overall plus-minus tonight for Boise State, Tyson Degenhart was plus 34. Plus 34 for Tyson Degenhart tonight. He played 31 minutes. That was the most for Boise State, 31 minutes. So not bad tonight. Boise State gets a 31-point win. They get a chance to rest a lot of their guys and not have to play them, super minutes. One of the things that stands out to me is Boise State only had 6 turnovers tonight. Only 6 turnovers for Boise State in this game. Air Force had 14, so Boise State had a lot of steals and did a great job, I thought, taking care of the ball on offense as well. So 11 assists to 6 turnovers. That's not a bad margin there. Boise State had 6 steals, by the way, tonight. So that was super impressive. Looks like Utah State just got a defensive rebound. There's 1:47 to go. I'm not watching this game. I'm watching it on the Gamecast, so you guys can let me know what's going on there. Nevada by 11 with 13 minutes left. That is crazy as well. There is just a crazy night in the Mountain West, and we'll see how it continues to fall here down the stretch. Utah, let's see here. Air Force was led by 19 points for Ritis Petritis. Let's see what else we had here. 8 for Ethan Taylor before he got 5 fouls and disqualified from the game. 7 for Brown. So they were only 5 of 18 from 3-point range. I thought that was a pretty a key stat last time they played Utah State, or I keep saying Utah State. Air Force got off to a hot start. They hit a lot of threes the first time these teams played. They had 10 threes for the game, and then today they only hit 5 threes. So Boise State's defense, again, the first half wasn't great. They were getting beat on some backdoor cuts and really didn't have a great first half defensively. Again, Air Force shot 52.6% from the field, but then you had a situation where the second half they shoot only 35%, and again, just not as many shots in a game like this. Air Force only took 39 shots for the game. Boise State only took 50 shots for the game. Air Force just likes to wear you down, use a lot of time on the shot clock there, and it's kind of like the football game, really, where there's just less possessions in the game. And Boise State 24 of 50. They finished 48%, ending their streak of 3 straight games where they shot at least 50% from the field. And again, they shot 39% in the first half. So the second half, they really stepped it up. 55.6% Boise State shot in the second half. Pete Thamel did give us a shout out for the Cutter News. Yeah, I appreciate that. That was very nice. Perry saying turnover on the Aggies. So again, appreciate you guys. Keep the updates coming. Looks like the turnover came with 1 minute and 20 seconds left. I'm watching it on the ESPN game log here. Shot clock violation. Wow, says James. So turning into a great night in the Mountain West. Yes, it is. We'll see if they can finish it off or not. But Rains boys wake up. I think they're sleeping. They've got school tomorrow. They're sleeping. and I'll be hopefully home in time to be there when they get off the bus tomorrow night. But man, have you guys ever rooted bigger for Fresno? How about that? Boise State basketball fans rooting for Fresno State. Who would have thunk it? But let's see here. And as Tater Girl says, my dislike of Fresno might rise to hatred if they blow this. So let's see. Utah State had a timeout and then had a shot clock violation. So that's obviously not ideal. We'll see what Fresno State does here with the ball. But again, Boise State, and we'll try to find the standings here. I'll see if I can get those on the screen here. I think CBS does a better job of updating them faster. But the standings in the Mountain West, let's see what we got here. Boise State obviously is now in first place for the time being at 11-4. We'll see what happens here with this Utah State game. The show is not at 9 tomorrow, Christine. Yes, the shot is at noon. The show is at noon tomorrow. I'm hoping it'll be at noon. That is the goal. Looks like missed shot and then an offensive rebound and a foul. So it looks like Colomario's heading to the line with 52 seconds left in this one, and they're heading to the free throw line. But yes, we will be hopefully just, that's why you want to turn your notifications on. I think there's a button somewhere on there where you can turn on notifications, and that will let you know when we go live. But the tentative plan as of right now is the about noon tomorrow for the show is the plan with John Mallory, and we might have plenty to talk about in this one with 52 seconds to go in the Fresno-Utah State game. Foul on Utah State. So it looks like they're going to be going to the free throw line, I believe, for some free throws. People are asking about Malachi Nelson. I don't know. Haven't seen the guy play. We'll find out here. When spring practice starts in a week or two, and then we'll find out. Once the season gets going. There's a lot of hype on him. I hope there's not too much hype. Both free throws are good, by the way. 52 seconds to go, and Fresno State is up 4. And looks like Utah State just hit a jumper with 41 seconds to go. So we'll see if Fresno lets the clock run. We'll see if Utah State fouls. What's going on here? But 2-point game. Somebody let me know if they're watching the game. I don't know if they're going to play defense or foul or see what happens here. But looks like there was a bucket. Utah State's called timeout with 41 seconds to go, 63-61. Hayden's asking for the score here, 63-61. And it's a Fresno lead by 2 with 41 seconds. This is kind of fun, actually. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm sorry that I'm kind of back and forth with stats and the score. And folks here on Press Row trying to write their stories are probably ticked off with me for distracting them here. But we're watching one game. We're seeing what's happening here in this game and talking about another game. And I mentioned the Mountain West standings. All right, so Boise State is 11-4. Utah State would obviously drop to 10-5. UNLV, I believe they already credited them with the win. They're 10-5 also, and they're not going anywhere. I think somebody said Nevada was up on Colorado State. Colorado State would drop to 8 losses, and I think, guys, that clinches that Colorado State, maybe they already have, but I think Colorado State now has to play in the play-in game. I think with 7 losses, they're already locked in. I think at least with 8, they would for sure be locked in. I think Colorado State is almost assured now of having to play and can finish no higher in the standings in this than 5th place. I could be looking at that wrong, but if you're at 8 losses, Colorado State would be 8-8, and again, you're seeing a lot of projections and things that still have Colorado State higher than Boise State. That's got to change here pretty soon. You look at the metrics, you look at all, what's going on in terms of the Mountain West race and the standings. I think that you need to see some of these bracketologists start to give Boise State a little more credit here. They're going to be probably top 25 in the net. They're going to have 5 quad 1 wins, maybe be in sole possession of first place tomorrow morning when they wake up. We'll see what happens here. But if Colorado State loses and they're 8-8 in conference, there's no way Colorado State can still be a better seed in the tournament than Boise State at this point. 8-8 in conference, that can't happen. So we'll see what happens in that game. Air Force and San Jose are both 2-13 at the bottom, but it's starting to shake out just a little bit here. We're at 63-61 with 12 seconds left. Looks like they missed a shot, and Isaiah Hill just got called for a foul. So I'm not sure if that's going to send them to the free throw line or what. If it was a defensive foul, they're probably in the double bonus at this point. You guys can let us know. Block called on Fresno with 12 seconds left. Looks like Utah State's going to the line with 12 seconds left to try to tie the game. He missed a free throw, though. Looks like he missed one of the free throws. Is that true? Wow, he missed the free throw. So there you go. They're going to have to foul. This is, I wish I was watching this. I'm following on the ESPN game tracker, and this is crazy, but he just missed the first free throw. You know, we've always talked about doing kind of a watch party where we do a show like this where we watch the game, and you can't do it obviously courtside, but if we always talked about maybe doing like a little watch party where everyone gets on here and chats and watches the game together with some of our analysts. But I never thought it would work because everyone will be watching at different parts of the game and knowing what happened, and everybody's TV is at different speeds. So maybe we're proving that we could try this sometime. Everyone just won't be in the exact same position of the game. But we were talking about maybe doing this for a Boise State game. So maybe we're proving ourselves that can be done. We can get Winston Venable and some of the folks doing this for a football game or something. We'll have to see. Fresno was trapped, called timeout with 8 seconds left, according to James Hayes. Perry as well, so appreciate it. Bob Mitchell says this is fun. And yeah, we've had a lot of fun moments on Bronco Nation News the last couple of years. Watching maybe Boise State go into first place by themselves with 157 of you is something I didn't expect to be doing tonight, but heck, we're doing it anyway. We're now at 55 minutes and counting on the postgame show, and we'll see what happens here. In other Mountain West action, Roy chimes in, 51-43 Nevada with 11:44 to go. Isn't that game at Colorado State? Nevada's up on the road, I believe, at Colorado State. So let's see what else we got here. 8 seconds to go. Again, they're going to probably have to get inbound the ball and then get fouled and go to the free throw line and hopefully make their free throws. Let's see what else we got here. I wish I could share my screen and show the game here, but it's probably we'll probably get in trouble for that and lose our revenue on this. But got to finish it here. Need a postseason get together, use it as a BNN fundraiser, do some silent auction stuff. Yeah, we can try to set something up. Maybe happy hour at the James or something. We'd love to meet some of you guys, and that would be fun to do if we could pull it off. I know Stein Distributing was talking about getting involved for something, so maybe we can try to figure out something to do there. That'd be kind of fun. Let's see, San Diego State up 29-22 at the half, so they're pulling away a little bit there. Let me know if the timeout's almost over or what's going on there in that game. Folks are bringing back the memories of Utah State, by the way, with their late comeback against UNLV. If that hadn't gone their way, man, they'd be in. A lot of stuff has gone Utah State's way this year. We'll see if that changes tonight in this one. But looks like they got the ball in, and there was a foul with 7 seconds left. So it looks like Fresno State's going to head to the line and got to make both. Got to make both. Hayden, if we do it anywhere, it'll be at Taco Bell, our sponsor. Come on, we're not doing it at Burger King. But the 7.5 seconds left. Looks like they have that going there, and got to make your free throws. If you're Fresno State here, then you go up 3 and you have a chance to finish this one out. Again, Boise State, you see it is hard to win on the road, guys. It makes the first free throws good for Xavier Dussel. It just tells you how crazy that the Mountain West is, but also how hard it is to win on the road. And Boise State had just had back-to-back 20-plus point wins. I think they won by 4 at Fresno. They were up 17 or something in that game. Makes the second free throw as well. The shot is missed, and the game is over. Fresno State loses, and according to this, the game is over on my Gamecast. And, did he hit it? Oh, now they just changed it. Did they hit a 3 at the buzzer? What happened? Oh, crazy 3. You got to be kidding me. It said final 65-62 on my Gamecast, and then it just changed to 65-65. Banked in a 3 to tie it with 3 seconds left. Overtime. Oh, my gosh. How about that? That is unbelievable. We are headed to overtime. I'm not sure we can make it another 5 minutes, folks, to be honest with you. If you really want to keep it going, I guess we can. By the way, that's the 11th 20-win season in 14 years for Leon Rice. So all the detractors not saying much lately. 11 20-win seasons for Leon Rice. And as Travis Hawks just said on Twitter, Utah State has made a deal with the devil this season. Darius Brown Onions hits the three-pointer to go to overtime. And just guessing, you're probably not going to have I can't imagine now with the momentum that Fresno State's going to be able to hold on there at the end. That's just an incredible banked in an NBA three-pointer, it sounds like, to go to overtime. Wonder why they didn't foul. You're up 3, no foul. And that's what Tyler's saying here. And Utah State been doing this all year. You know what? Let's just keep it rolling. Why not? We'll keep it rolling and hope there's some good news. So we'll keep this going. If you guys want to hang on and keep watching and keep talking about it, I got nowhere to go tonight. Why not? So let's see. I don't know why they didn't foul there. So that's interesting. Close to being a 4-point play. Fresno going to the line. I guess you don't want to do that. I don't know why they don't foul there, but off balance. I want to see the play there later. No, my hotel is here in Colorado Springs tonight, and then I'll be driving at about 5:30 in the morning up to the Denver airport. And yeah, we still have 144 people here, so why not? We'll keep it going. Appreciate all you guys. So any other comments, thoughts, go ahead and get it in. Let me know. We'll keep this thing rolling. I might as well take another quick commercial break, though, just to get a drink of water and clear my throat here. So I'm going to take one more quick 90-second commercial break while they get ready for overtime. You guys can run and grab another Cutwater if you'd like, and then we'll watch overtime together here. So give me 90 seconds, and we'll keep this thing rolling here on Bronco Nation News.
All Bronco Nation News broadcasts come from the Cutwater Spirits Canned Cocktail Studios. Check out one of their more than 30 flavors of pre-mix premium cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. Cutwater Spirits, perfect for your next game day tailgate party. Our title sponsor is rowpaint.com. For all your commercial, industrial, residential painting needs, check out rowpaint.com. Don't forget about their concrete coatings. Transform that ugly concrete slab on your back patio in your garage in just one day. Contact rowpaint.com for a free estimate today. The official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics and our title sponsor at Bronco Nation News is rowpaint.com. Idaho Central Credit Union's been helping members achieve financial success for more than 80 years. There's an ICCU branch on almost every corner, but the closest is in your pocket with free eBranch mobile and online banking. See why more than 500,000 members love ICCU and join 1 in 4 Idahoans by making the switch today at ICCU.com. Since 1984, Ridley's Family Markets has prided itself on being a hometown food and drug store that employed value members of the local community. Ridley's Family Markets has 13 locations in the state of Idaho and many more in the surrounding states. Download the new Ridley's app to your smartphone, get savings up to 40% off at the checkout line, and find a location near you at shopridleys.com. Former Bronco Matt Bauscher is once again the number 1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. No home is too big or too small for Matt and his team. Let them fulfill all your real estate needs at BauscherRealEstate.com.
What channel is the game on, by the way? Is it Mountain West Network, I guess? Because I was trying to watch. I tried to turn it on my YouTube TV on my phone, and I can't find it. So it must be the Mountain West Network here. But let's see what we got here. Utah State up 1, it looks like. 4:08 to go in overtime. Yeah, Mountain West Network, everyone is saying. So let's see here. They just let Darius Brown jog up the court and launch a 3. They deserve to lose now. I wish I would have seen the play. Yeah, I don't know why you don't foul. Why do you not foul in that situation? You don't want the 4-point play, but you obviously don't want to let him get a 3 up either. So looks like Grant Osibor just missed a free throw, so he'll stay a 1-possession game here. There is a 4:08 to go in the game. So let's see what else we got going on here. This is fun, but it'll be more fun if Fresno State can somehow win this game, because we are setting a record here probably for people watching this versus lack of anything of substance that I'm saying here. I'm just reading your messages and don't have a whole lot to add here at this point. 51-22 was the second half edge for Boise State. Again, 79-48 the final. Boise State now 4 straight 20-plus point wins. You look at what they've done in the metrics, Ken Palm and all that stuff. They won by 24 against Fresno, 32 against San Jose, 20 against Wyoming, and now 31 against Air Force. Just incredible 4-game stretch. We said, hey, got to win these 4 games, got to win them big. And, certainly that's the way that it turned out. I mean, it was kind of one of those situations where, it looked easier said than done. Just got to win the next 4. And then sure enough, the next 4 were not just wins, but massive wins. And we'll be curious to see where Boise State ends up in the net rankings tomorrow. Somebody asking about the net ranking. No, it doesn't update till like 3 or 4 in the morning usually, and especially when there's still games going on. They're not going to update it yet. Wish I had a Cutwater, but we'll settle for Diet Dr. Pepper right now. And there's literally me and 2 other people in the entire gym, and they're probably waiting on me to leave so they can get out of here. But we'll keep this thing going for a few minutes. Ken Palm has BSU at 60% to win. 78-75 is the projected score. Looks like Fazlov missed one of the free throws, so it's made. And then a layup he made the second one, and then a layup by Isaiah Pope. So it is 71-70 Fresno, 3:14 to go. Man, Fresno's battling. I really thought that they would kind of fold here in overtime, but give Fresno State credit. 71-70, they lead with 3:14 to go. So give Fresno a lot of credit. And I don't think I've talked this much in a long time. My voice is starting to fade here, folks. I think we need about 5 more people to sign up for subscriptions. I'm staying on this long. I think a couple of you need to bite the bullet and sign up for a subscription, and we will throw in another Taco Bell gift card if anybody subscribes while we kept this marathon thing going here. Fresno, foul by Fresno, tough call. Someone said Fresno State or Colorado State's coming back too, but looks like first free throw is good for Josh Uduji. It's 71-71, and then looks like the second free throw. I need to just turn on the Mountain West Network and watch this game like you guys are. Let's see here. I don't know if I'm going to have some sound, though. That could be a small issue. Let's see what we got going on here. The Mountain West Network, I believe, is a little behind. Okay, you missed the second free throw. Tie game. 2:55 to go. I've actually got it on here. I don't know. Can I share the screen here? I don't know if I'm able to. I don't think I'm probably supposed to do that. But I don't know if the Mountain West Network would even care or know about it, to be honest with you. Should we just do that, folks? What do you think? Should we just throw the game up here while we're watching and talk about it? I don't know if I can do that or not. I could put it on the screen, but I don't really want to get myself in any trouble, to be honest. Looks like Fresno just missed a shot. And then Fresno missed a 3. Utah State got the rebound here. So we'll see here. Again, 2:20 to go. Tie game at 71. Boise State sole possession of first place on the line if Utah State were to lose. This looked like a travel there in the lane, not called, and then Utah State hits a bucket. So Utah State is now up 2 with 2 minutes to go. Big possession here for Fresno State. Yeah, a lot of you folks are saying don't do it. I don't want to risk it. Don't want to get myself in any trouble here. And we'll just all watch it and talk about it here separately. So I do appreciate you guys for hanging around. This is kind of fun. Looks like Fresno State's going to drive and just turn it over. So turnover on Fresno. They wanted a foul. They didn't get it. So 1:44 to go. Big possession here for Utah State with the lead and the ball. So Fresno badly needs a defensive stop here, or this game could be in trouble. 1:38 to go. Utah State has the ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock here. So I've always wanted to do play-by-play, so I guess I'm getting my chance here now. But again, all of you guys know this by now, but what is on the line here? Boise State either remains tied with Utah State or they take over sole possession of first place in this game if they lose. They just called a turnover. No foul. Turnover on Utah State. Wow. So Fresno State's going to get the ball back here. 1:15 to go, and Fresno State is down 2 with the ball. This Mountain West has been pretty incredible here. They might review this. Nope, he just lost it. Just lost the ball straight out of bounds. That's a good call there, and surprised they didn't call the foul, but looks like Fresno State gets the ball. So we're now hitting about 1 minute on the clock. Fresno State dribbling the ball at the top of the key here, down by 2. So we'll see if they can get a good offensive possession together here. Ducell's driving, and Fresno looks like there's no foul called, but he made the layup. We're tied. 53 seconds to go. Could have been a foul there. No foul is called. Nice layup in the lane, and a huge possession here. If Fresno State can get a stop, they can go for the last shot here and try to win the game. Darius Brown has the ball. He's dribbling with about 38 seconds to go. He's going to pull up for 3. And he hit it. Huge three. Darius Brown. Wow. And now a timeout called as well. Look at Danny Sprinkle. He is fired up, pumping his fist, going crazy. Wow. The game's not over yet. There's still 34 seconds to go, but Danny Sprinkle is absolutely going crazy. Brown, again, another huge three. And I said this a while back, but everyone's talking about Osabor. I think Darius Brown could certainly be in the mix for Mountain West Conference Player of the Year as well, and he might be helping his case tonight. That was just an absolutely massive three right with a guy in his face. He just pulled up and let it fly. And this has been an incredible game here for Brown, and just back and forth with these two teams here. So let's see what else we got going on here in the game. They're at a timeout right now. It's a 3-point game with about let's see here, 35 seconds left or so. Trying to wait for this Utah State game to end, then we can get out of here. 35 seconds left. Oh, ridiculous. Unbelievable. I can't end my show. Everybody wants to keep talking about it and watching the game. We got 125 people still all watching the game on the Mountain West Network and keeping it going here in the chat. 34.9 seconds to go. It is Utah State up by 3, and Fresno State inbounding the ball here. So we'll watch this together and see what happens. Fresno State doesn't need a 3. They could go for the 2 here and then foul. We'll see if they get to what they like on this possession, what they decide to do. They don't need the 3, but they're wasting a lot of time. There's a foul, and then they didn't call it, and the ball's loose. We'll see if there's a jump ball there and what they call. That might be the game, folks. Wow, how about that? Now they have to foul, and that's a timeout called by Utah State. And after all that, guys, Utah State looks like they're going to hang on. They're up 3, 76-73. It was a turnover on Fresno State, a very bad possession there, and they turned it over, and then now they'll have to foul. 15.2 seconds to go. So that's a bad turnover there for Fresno State. Utah State just is getting so freaking lucky. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing that Brown hits that 3 to tie it, and then Brown hits another 3 there to put them up there. Just a bad defensive play there. So kudos to Utah State, man. I mean, some of it's luck, some of it's just them knowing how to win games late, and that's a huge escape, it looks like, for Utah State. They're going to have a couple of free throws here once they inbound the ball, and we'll keep it here a little bit longer just to see if they get the lead up by 4. But man, if Utah State, man, they have just had a lot of things go their way late in games this season. The late bucket to tie it in the Boise State game, and they won that in overtime. The game against UNLV, where they probably should have lost that and had the 5-point play late in the game, and then now to hit a 3 right before halftime, right before the buzzer. Amazing there as well. So Utah State is inbounding the ball with 15.2 seconds left. It is a 3-point margin here, so they're going to have to get the ball in bounds and then foul, and they get it to the one guy you don't want to foul, Darius Brown, and they foul him with 12.5 seconds to go, and Brown's going to have a chance to ice this game at the free throw line. Tough loss for Fresno State, and really for Boise State. You had a chance to be in sole possession of first place, and again, winning on the road in this conference is not easy, so give some credit to Utah State, man. They battled and showed why they're one of the best teams in this league up against adversity. Probably should have lost this game, and they make a couple huge plays, so kudos to Utah State. Darius Brown misses the first free throw, so giving Fresno State a chance here. We'll see what happens here on the second free throw. But again, Utah State, just heck of an effort tonight, and they're on the road. Second free throw is a swish. Utah State goes up by 4, and we'll see what happens here very quickly. But Fresno, that turnover just really hurt them, and just weren't able to do much there in that last possession. So Dussel with a fadeaway 3. He missed it. There's the ball's tipped out, and this game is over. Nice win on the road for Utah State. Folks, appreciate you staying up with me late. Sorry that the game didn't go the way you wanted, but it was fun, and appreciate all you guys for staying up. Boise State remains in a first-place tie with 3 games to go. I think Boise State still would have taken that if you would have said that earlier in the day, but had a chance, man. Had a chance to be in sole possession of first place. Couldn't get it done. So thanks, guys, for watching it with us. I'm still going to go back to the hotel and got a full story to write, and going to be a late night tonight, but that would have been fun. But Boise State, again, again, go if you're a Boise State fan, you should still go to bed feeling good about things. 4 20-plus point wins. Broncos tied for first in a really, really good spot, and a huge game on Saturday against New Mexico. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Subscribe to BNN if you can. And again, about noon tomorrow when I get back to Boise, John Mallory and I will have a show to recap this and the Dirt Cutter news and whatever else is going on in Boise State Lure. So turn on your notifications. We'll be live around noon tomorrow. And appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your evening. Again, final score, Boise State 79, Air Force 48. This has been Lithia Ford, a Boise postgame show from the Cutwater Studios. Our title sponsor, of course, rowpaint.com. Check them out. ROE Paint for all your painting needs. ROEpaint.com to be exact. Again, big win for Boise State. Broncos tied for first place. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow about noon from Clune Arena. This is BJ Rains signing off. Bronco Nation News live here at Bronco Nation News.